Hi guys, this is Shilpa Mittal and this video is for 10th class students. We are starting our exercise 2.2. We have completed our previous exercise 2.1. So today we are going to start our new exercise 2.2. In this exercise, our first question is find zeros of polynomials and verify the relationship between zeros and coefficients. In the class 9th, you have studied about zeros, about coefficients. So for the general introduction, I can explain that zeros is that type of value of variable of any polynomial which makes the whole equation equals to 0. That's why that values is known as zeros. And the coefficients, that means like 2 is the coefficient of x because 2 is in the multiplication with the x. So that's why we can say that minus 2 is the coefficient of x. So we have to find zeros of the given polynomial and we have to establish a relationship between the zeros and the coefficients of the polynomial. So we have a first question, we have a first part of first question. It is x square plus 2x minus 8. So I know that you know about the splitting method, that what is splitting method, how can we perform the splitting method. But for the convenience, I have done this method in rough work, in rough column. We have this quadratic polynomial, and quadratic polynomial can be split in two parts as minus 8 multiplied by the first term and we got minus 8x square. And the middle term split in that way in which by the product of two number we get minus 8x square and by either plus, either subtract, either addition, either subtraction, we got minus 2x as the answer. So we take two numbers minus 4x plus 2x to split this middle term as minus 4x plus 2x makes minus 2x after subtraction, and if we multiply both the terms then we get minus 8x square as we need. So taking x as common from both terms, we got x minus 4 as the remaining term, and taking 2 plus 2 as common in both terms, we got x minus 4, x remaining here, and 2 multiplied by 4, that means 4 remaining here. So we got x minus 4 and x plus 2 as two factors of the given polynomial. So after performing the splitting method, we get two factors. Now we have to find the zeros, and as I know that you have studied in 9th class that how can we find the zeros of the given factors. So because we are telling zeros, we are talking about zeros, and zeros are what? Zeros means that values which makes the whole polynomial, which makes the whole factor is equals to 0. So we can easily put x minus 4 equals to 0 and x plus 2 equals to 0. And after transposing method, minus 4 turns to the plus 4 and plus 2 turns to the minus 2. And we got two values of x. First one is alpha and second one is beta. First value is known as alpha and second value is known as beta. Now the relationship is like sum of zeros, that means alpha plus beta. Alpha is equals to 4, beta is equals to minus 2. So 4 minus 2 equals to 2. And the formula to establish the relationship between the coefficients and the zeros are minus coefficient of x and upon my coefficient of x square. As we can see that coefficient of x is minus 2 and coefficient of x square is nothing but 1. So put this value, this minus is of the formulas and this minus is individual minus with 2. So minus plus and 1 as it is. 2 upon my 1 gives us 2 and 2 equals to 2. Sum of zeros and this formula are equals to each other. Next one, product of zeros, then alpha dot beta. Alpha is equals to 4, beta is equals to minus 2. 4 multiplied by minus 2, we will get minus 8 as the answer. And the formula to establish the relationship between zeros and the coefficients is constant term upon coefficient of x square. So we can see that the constant term of polynomial is minus 8 and the coefficient of x square is nothing but 1. So constant term is minus 8 and coefficient of x square is 1. So we get minus 8 again. Both terms are equal. That means sum of zeros, product of zeros is equal to the relationship between coefficients of the polynomial and the zeros of the polynomial.